you doing? I didn't even ask you that. We haven't had time to even say how are you doing this week.
We were a little rushed on that sound check. We were
happy Thursday. We'll do that part.
Happy Friday Eve. How you doing, by the way? How you doing?
It's been a busy day. It's been a good one. I loved it, every bit of it. I have the blessing, the joy, the privilege of loving my work, and so I've had a great day.
Awesome.
But how about you? How are you doing?
Good. Today was a good day also. I think I might have told you behind the scenes that I started kind of teaching golf again.
Oh, nice.
Part-time.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that. How is that going?
Yeah, so it's real wild how it happened. There's a brand new indoor golf studio in our town. It's got 4 bays with big simulators. It's done very, very well. Didn't know the owner at all. He had a meeting with the marketing team on how to get his business out there before he opened, which I happen to know her. And the people that opened this are a husband and wife. They just love golf. They just started a couple of years ago, and they just we just want a place where we just play golf all the time. And then this franchise kind of hooked him in, and so they said, "Oh, we'll open it. We'll do it." Well, he asked this marketing gal, said, "Hey, you probably know everyone in town. We're getting questions about golf instruction and teaching. Do you know anyone?" So she called me and said, "Hey, there's that new golf studio." I said, "Yeah, I heard about it. And they're looking for a golf instructor." And I went, "I'm not going back to golf full time, not doing." But so I called him and he said, "Look, you can teach as much as you want or as little as you want. We don't have employees, so you're not going to be an employee of ours. We'll just give you a free membership so you can access our building because it's 24/7 access. You can go golf in there at 3:00 in the morning." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I just can teach every once in a while. And he said, "Yeah, we simply just want to be able to tell people we have a golf instructor because it does sound better for our business. So we can put your cards in there." So anyways, fast forward after my travels through the summer and everything. And I got booked up this week with golf lessons, and I had one this afternoon, and I forgot how fun it is because you take an individual who says, "Can you please help me?" And if the circumstances are right and you're able to help them, just the look on their face, the enjoyment they have, and they see their own progression in that hour lesson, what they're able to achieve. And it's just, you leave like, "Man, that was so much fun. That guy just had a blast." So it's,
I might need to
it's cool.
I might need to schedule a visit. I can reliably drive 30 or so yards, counting the bounce. Okay, I'm sure it's just a little thing I'm doing or not doing that. Maybe it's the way I'm holding the club. Maybe it's the way I'm tossing the ball up in the air first. I'm not sure what part I'm doing wrong, but maybe all time I need some pointers.
So there are some clients that come to me with that, and I ask first thing, "Are you right or left hand dominant?" Mm-hmm. And then you tell me, "Are you right or are you left hand dominant? Which one are you?"
I don't know. I write left-handed, but I shoot right-handed.
Perfect. You're a mess. Yes. So,
Thank you.
So if you're good with your left hand, I'll say, "Can you make this motion decent?" And then they'll typically start trying to mimic that motion, and I'll say, "Yes, you are better fit for bowling." Perfect. Go do that.
and that's where the bumpers come in. Okay.
That's it.
I owe you for my first lesson. All right. We didn't actually come here to talk about golf, but I'm excited. I know it's something you love doing, and you're a fantastic teacher.
It's cool. It's a nice change to do that. And then I've got a new one tomorrow. A gal played in high school, loved it, got married, had kids, life changed, and now she wants to play golf again and wants to figure it out. And so when people are excited and then they want help, it makes me excited to try to help them.
When they're willing to learn.
Yes.
That is awesome. And then if you can just give them a little pointers, like, actually, if you change your grip or it's your stance like this and you add extra 20 yards to your drive.
Yeah.
I'd be up to 50. I mean, so, I'll take it. Well, that's wonderful. How's everyone else doing? Welcome. How was everyone's 4th of July? For those who were in the United States, and those who aren't, you're up late. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, indeed.
First 4th of July, we watched fireworks on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. I bought a case, like a big box of like 5,000 little poppets, and that's it.
Okay.
It required lighting, a fuse, anything.
Yep.
So my whole driveway, patio, everything is covered with these little tiny rocks and bits of paper.
Uh-huh.
Just need a good windstorm to fix. And I think they dissolve. I think they're biodegradable.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not harming the environment. But then we watched all the fireworks shows. We just hopped around. It's like, oh, here's Boston, here's New York, here's Washington D.C., and we just watched them online. And we went to a little farm, and I had them read the Declaration of Independence. It's an operated farm from like 1780 or something.
Oh, wow.
They've been operating ever since then. I mean, they've seen it all. A 500-year-old tree. We got to swing on this massive old tree, and it was just a great. I actually have an update before we get. I apologize. For those of you who joined us from the Tyler Robinson trial, at the end of the day, Selena Kay, our court watcher, called in. She was there in court, watching everything. When I told her that we had hit the big 73,000 subscriber number, she said, "I wish we had a horn we could celebrate." Well, she was in her truck. And she's like, "Oh, I have a horn." And she goes, beep, 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 beep. And she's right outside the courthouse with Secret Service isn't there today, but every other day they were. And there's massive, massive security, SWAT team. Everybody from the AP, CNN, Fox, ABC, NBC, KUTV, KSL, Channel 13, 4, everybody is right outside, right where she is recording there. We just got out of the courthouse and here's what happened, bits live for TV. And she's there honking. And of course the cops look over like, is there a problem? Is something, what's going on here? And so she lays low and everyone's like, looks away. Well, this is the part you didn't hear. She pulls out to drive and she runs over a cone.
Oh no.
It was a traffic cone, and she's starting to drive, and so the cops are trying to wave her down and flag her down, and they stop her to get the cone out from underneath the truck, and they're like, "Ma'am, are you doing okay? Are you all right? Is everything?" And she's like, "Yes."
Oh no. Oh no, we've lost RA. Right at the important part of the story. I know pre-show he had issues with one of his other computers that he stated was ballpark from 2016, and he believed that crashed. So I hope his other computer. We've got live. Kind of. He's working on it. Poor guy had technical difficulties. Oh, through the whole thing. I want to see how it ends. Oh, he's back. It'll take a minute for his audio and whatnot to kick back in. Oh, and I want to say, Tarkenton, I saw earlier, just prior to the show, you said this is your first podcast to catch. This is not unusual for things like this to happen during our show. Happens frequent. Silly stories, funny stories. I get cut out. He gets cut out. All sorts of things. And the biggest reason stuff like this happens for those of you that follow RA all the time, which most of you in here do and already know, the programming and systems and software he uses through his daytime stuff, showing courts and all that, is much different than what he has to utilize for us to do the podcast. So he's got to switch equipment, switch cables, pull everything up, and then
I fixed my audio.
Oh,
I'm still working on the video.
It's kind of cool because your logo kind of pulsates when you talk, so it's like you're here.
Yeah, I need like an AI version of me. Like you just stick there. I'm pretty sure technology's in place to do it.
What? So everyone's dying to know when the cops showed up and they said, "So, yeah, ma'am, are you okay? What did?"
I can do this, but then you're over there, and my camera's right here. I lost my connection. That's crazy. Hang on, let me pull this. What happened was they basically they didn't do a field sobriety test on Selena, but they sort of hinted that, had they had one more indicator, the smell of alcohol, and she would have probably not left the courthouse tonight, at least not in that vehicle. But she's all right. Everything's fine. They got their cone back. No hard feelings. Nobody was too mad at her for honking, but she was almost didn't make it home. I don't know why this isn't working. Which one do I need to reboot? I think it's this one. Hold, please. We're going to unplug the switcher.
Holding. I have to say, while you're doing that, I'll talk for a moment. I have to say,
apparently where my speaker comes from. So I missed it.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I've got that running through.
Perfect.
Running through. Let's go to 3 over here.
So I don't know how you do your day job.
Obviously, I don't either. Well, the moral of the story here.
Okay, you're on every day for hours. And yes, you have content to cover, but then you start to talk about it and discuss it and do all that. You have no one else to sit and converse with. I mean, I know chat's there.
What you're saying was that last 30 seconds was really rough for you. Is that?
It's terrifying. Every time you go away, I don't know what to do. A panic button.
I have the benefit of really trusting chat to help me out, and they're fantastic. They ask questions. If I ever, you get the brain fuzz, they're gently remind me. You remember you said you were going to talk about this, and that helps. So
I guess that's true. And everyone's watching the same thing. They have no clue what's going to happen on this podcast. So
neither do I. That was not allowed. That was not planned. I can tell you that much. That was not supposed to happen at all. Thanks for covering for me, Molly. I just had to unplug it and plug it back in again, and it fixed it. That's how most things go. Yes, I'm demonstrating how not to stream shaky ground. If you only knew how much truth there was there. All right.
Speaking of streaming,
yes,
73,000.
Yeah, I'm stoked. And
I've got to imagine.
Well, I had a counter that worked, but now it reset. So make it bright again. Okay. Yeah, there's the 73,000 right there. I've got a counter. Hopefully by tomorrow or maybe Monday at the latest, we will have that counter that will be functioning. So it'll be live, and I can set it to say, okay, now I'm going to have it show how many likes are on the current live stream, or this shows how many subscribers we have. I might even set it so that there's a command you can enter in chat, and it will switch the counter to show a different total. So you could, if I was in this view, someone could say subs, exclamation point subs, and it would show what the current count was. And if somebody says likes, it would show the current count of likes. And it's anyway. So I'm hoping we can get that worked out. I've got to put my college age son to work to program that for me, because I have no idea how.
If you get that programmed, then do we get a dedicated camera that's solely focused on the counter?
That's a good idea.
And then the counter can be
we can move it anywhere.
Time to order more toys.
I'd have to switch. That would use a third upstream keyer. So I'd have to switch to my other, my mobile rig can handle it because it has 2 MEs, but this is only 1 ME rig. So I don't know. We'll figure out what to do there.
We've got them thinking now.
Yep. There are lots of possibilities. So
I love it.
More cables, 2 more cables for this, 1 Ethernet and 1 power. So I think that brings us up to 91 on the cable count.
That's incredible.
Speaking of one man's trash is another man's treasure. Sorry. My wife is not a big fan of the cables, especially when I leave them around after I set up. We talked about this just briefly. I'm sort of jumping in to one of our stories because it's one of good fortune and also misfortune, I guess. Missed fortune.
Missed fortune, yeah.
Yeah, missed fortune. It's like winning the lottery, but then finding it was someone else's ticket, and they had already signed it. That's what happens. This is a story about a painting. For those of you that have a little expensive taste in art, I do not. I can recognize Van Gogh, Rembrandt, Picasso, Michelangelo, and that's about all.
Same.
Yeah, and even only the basics. I can do Starry Starry Night and Sunflowers for Van Gogh, and the
Yeah.
self portrait with the ear bandage. Those are the three I know of his. I think Rembrandt's the one with the ladies with the umbrellas on like the looks like Central Park or something. A summer picnic, a summer's eve or something. Anyway, and Michelangelo's the Sistine Chapel.
Uh-huh.
That's one I know. Anyway, that's my art experience. And I can't blame these people for not recognizing this one, because they let's see, this one was in Spain.
Uh-huh.
Guy in Spain couldn't believe his luck when the gallery told him the painting found propped up against the wall was originally by a 19th century Spanish painter, Joaquin Sorolla.
I believe that's Joaquin.
Joaquin?
Yeah.
I guess the Spain part probably should have given that away. Maybe you should do the names, because the next paragraph has something. I would say Andre Hurtado, but
Andres Hurtado.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
he saw this painting leaning against the garden wall of a house. He assumed it was left for garbage, picked it up, liked it for the frame, and decided to spare it from the landfill. Turns out a family who had been vacationing at their summer home and brought their expensive art with them had neglected to pack it up when they were leaving and put it in the truck. Just left it out as one does when you have paintings that are worth 130, 150,000 euros. It's easy to forget, when you're rushed to grab the lawn chairs to leave the original paintings. Anyway, he did find out that that the painting that he had found was wanted by the police because it was reported as stolen, because it had disappeared from the side of the house, and it was returned. They say it had great sentimental value. It had great value, period.
Yeah, value keyword.
Yeah. So 300 miles back, you had to go back and get returned.
That's what's funny. They didn't know where it went. They didn't realize it was visitors from out of town that took it. So they're putting up flyers in their neighborhood looking for it, but it was 300 miles away, already gone.
Have you seen me? It's Mona Lisa. Yeah. But he found out, he saw the story, and he's like, "Hey, I've got that one. Oh, I have that one."
Oh,
then it set in. But we have heard that the family that lost the painting and now got it back has put together a little bit of a reward for him, which, assuming he didn't, because he didn't steal it, right? I mean,
right.
Technically, he might have stolen it, but he thought it was garbage because it was set out by the side, thinking, "Oh, it's trash. I'll save it."
Yeah, and he liked it for the frame, not even the painting. He just was going to refurbish the frame that was on it.
Throw away this trash painting in the middle. So, yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Missed fortune. He could have had $150,000 painting, but honestly, if he hadn't seen that picture, he probably would have thrown away the valuable part anyway.
Yeah, or just left it in the attic, or mistreated it somehow and had no idea.
It was good on him for giving it back, though.
I was going to say, how many people do you think, if they, have you ever seen like the bait cars or bait bicycles? They stage and there's the bicycle
ones with the seat that, like, yeah. Okay. We won't.
There's a tether tied to it, and they
Ouch.
take off down a hill, and then it.
Yeah.
I wonder if you did something like that. You set up a bait painting. How many out of 10 take it, walk away, and then you find a way to inform them, "Hey, this was left behind. It's a great value." How many return it, and how many keep it?
This seems like a white collar episode. That's what it is. It's stealing paintings. Yeah. I think this scenario probably plays out more frequently with money, right? With just straight cash.
Yeah.
Where you're in the parking lot and you look down and there's somebody's bank deposit those zippered cloth envelopes, like the business is making a deposit, and you
Mhm.
know that somebody was trying to fish their keys out of their pocket. They set it on the roof of their car, got the keys, got in, put the drink down, closed the door, and drove off, and it just fell off.
Yeah.
And it has all of today's take from
Mhm.
the restaurant in there. How many of those
Get turned
return?
in. I think you and I talked about it two shows ago. Was what's the limit of cash you find in a Walmart, or money you find in a Walmart parking lot before you pocket it or take it in and turn it into customer service? Is it a quarter? You pick that up, it's in the pocket, I'm going home. If I find a $5 bill, is that going to my pocket, or is that going back to customer service? I think everyone has a number.
There, we know that it's okay to take a penny. There's even the find a penny, pick it up all the day, have good luck. We've got sayings that we use. It's got to be okay to pick up the penny, right? So that means there is a threshold somewhere.
Yeah, but not a penny that's tails up. I leave that one.
I didn't know there was a rule about that.
Yeah, if it's tails up, it's bad luck. If it's heads up, then it's good luck. And then
I didn't memorize the whole poem, obviously.
Yeah, there's the thing.
Only the first part was take the money, and I'm like, sign me up.
What's your threshold? Where, if you're walking back to your car and you look down, are you putting let's just go through we know you're getting a penny, keeping a nickel, you're keeping a dime.
This is interesting. I've never found anything over a coin in a Walmart parking lot.
Well, I just say Walmart, any parking lot.
As a metal detectorist and someone who literally looks for other people's lost money that I can take, and rings and everything else, I do find. I found a $20 bill metal detecting.
Okay,
I was like, cha-ching. But it wasn't. I was in the middle of the park. There's nobody there. Do you go to the city and it's like, excuse me, someone visited your park at some point and possibly, or this blew in from the neighbor's yard. I don't know, but there's a $20 bill. Yeah, I think if there's any possibility that I could get it back to the person who lost it, I'm all in for that karma, because that comes around.
Right.
And honestly, what happens if I'm like, yay, $5, and it's that person's last $5 or only $5, and here I am. Yeah, I'm going to get another candy bar. I just that would haunt me. So I think if there's any possibility of returning it, I'd err on the side of returning it.
I'm with you 100%. I think I'm probably somewhere around $1 bill. I'll probably keep $1.
Yeah.
Just because, and this is probably pretty poor, when I walk into the customer service desk in Walmart and say, hey, someone dropped $1 in the parking lot, they might come looking for it. The look on their face at me, I feel like it's going to be, is this guy serious?
I'd like to file a report.
Yeah. But I think a couple bucks or more, I'm definitely going to take it in and hand it in, because like you just said, that could be their last few dollars. They might have just borrowed that couple bucks or that $5 bill from someone, and they're on their way to get a Subway sandwich or something. And who knows what, right? But what's the reward of keeping it versus the reward of turning it in? And you can just walk away hoping and assuming it's going to make it to probably who lost that, ideally.
And maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just the customer service rep is like, can you believe that there are good people out in the world that returned $1 that somebody had dropped? And maybe it just makes the difference that far and doesn't go any further. But
good point.
I know I like to think that there's no upper limit, or it's like, when it's this much money, I'm keeping it. I mean, that's my Bermuda number, right? I don't think I have one of those.
You find $1 million in a briefcase. Where do you turn that into?
That's $1 million worth of problems, is what you found in the briefcase.
100%. That $1 million cash turns into a bounty real quick if someone finds out you kept it.
I have found a gun out, exploring, found a gun, turned that into the police. The police stole that one. And don't ask me how I feel about that, because I'm still a little bit bitter.
I remember this story. Yes.
This is 26 years ago this happened. Because it was actually the day I dated my wife for the first time. I was late for the date with my wife because I found the gun. And had
this is the ice fishing trip day?
No, ice fishing came later. This was in October. It was right around Halloween. Okay. But it was also the closing day of deer hunt, and I had not filled my tag. Fun story. I've never shot a deer. no matter how many deer tags I buy, you just don't see them when you have a deer tag. And so when I go deer hunting, I see everything else. I'll see moose and caribou in the western deserts before I see any deer. But I did return the gun, and I was able to find a gold coin once, and that was able to be returned to the owner who lost it 75 years before, which was just
That's incredible.
I like to think that I don't have a limit.
Cool.
But feel free to drop as much money around me as you want, and we'll test that if you want.
You're going to wake up to a bunch of little envelopes sprinkled out to your front yard tomorrow.
Just seeing what you'll do.
Yeah, seeing what he'll return and what he won't. Oh, I love good stories and people returning things. And that kind of leads into this next story. Those there's soccer fans, and then there's World Cup fans, and then there's just entertainment fans. So whether you like soccer or football or not, a lot of people know the World Cup is going on right now. And we've heard, those on social media have heard a lot of the cool stories surrounding the World Cup, and the experience is from a lot of the foreigners here in the U.S. A lot of things being posted all over. Trips to Buc-ee's, Waffle House got a 10 out of 10, believe it or not. Stuff like that. I mean, it's wild.
I'm sorry, what country were they from?
This was Freddie, the first famous guy from Europe that really made a name for himself.
Did he go to the roof of the Waffle House? Because that's a completely different experience. We've been to that court.
It's service and food. He said 10 out of 10 will be back. I mean, he's gone everywhere.
Back at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Waffle House is different than maybe 9 a.m. Waffle House.
It was late. It was after a late night football match, and they had some adult pops, and off they went. And he loved it. He said it was amazing. Yeah. See, Freddie.
How many adult pops did he have before he judged Waffle House? I'm sorry, Waffle House. You're not a sponsor, right? We hope you give out free pancakes.
Oh,
so
we should be careful, because the last person that made a public review on Waffle House, they responded to that person, and it said, "We're open 24/7. Come say it to our face."
As long as I get free pancakes, Our last time we went to Waffle House, the whole family got sick, and I don't think it was. I think it was COVID. Okay, that we started COVID by going to Waffle House. I think that's what it boiled down to, like in our area. But the timing of it just seems very suspicious for us.
A little suspect. I'm a Waffle House fan, but not like 9 a.m. breakfast. I don't go to Waffle House. It's like I'm starving. It's a late night road trip. There's nowhere else open. My wife and I are driving, and it's midnight. I'm going to Waffle House. Chopped, covered, and smothered on the hash browns. So, amazing.
Last option. It has to be the only store open. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, but I like it.
Is IHOP 24/7?
I don't know. I would prefer Waffle House over IHOP.
Really?
I do. Just because I love their hash browns, and you can get them smothered in good old disgusting plastic American cheese. It's awesome. You go to IHOP, they put the shredded.
I think it's too soon to talk about cheese.
It is too soon to talk about cheese. That was still terrible.
Yeah. Okay. I have not had that experience. I haven't had the smothered. And is it hash browns smothered or omelet?
Yeah.
What?
Hash browns. You can order them chopped, covered, and smothered. So it means they'll chop up like ham. They'll add onion. They do the cheese. It's just so. See, yeah, Melissa P. She knows.
Yeah. Maybe I'm not giving them a fair shake. Maybe I need to stock up on hand sanitizer and head back there and try one more time. Give them a shot.
Oh, but I got off track. So World Cup, the visitor Freddie, who's been reviewing everything. So he made others start to do it. Then everyone else was hopping on socials, giving them reviews. Buc-ee's got so much attention from everyone and everything they did. But this story is a little bit different. This one's really cool. This is a feel-good story. A young man from England knew how much his granddad loved soccer, and he wanted to take a trip to the U.S. And so this grandson said, I've got to make this happen for him. So I don't know. He's young. I don't know if it says the age, but look at he's a youngster, but he had $13,000 in his
Whoa,
savings.
that's a lot. I did the math. That's a lot.
And that's with flights, airfare, getting to the U.S., tickets for games, and a lot of them come over and they go to more than one game. They fly from city to city to city, chasing their team, watching multiple games.
Mhm.
And so, anyways, 20. Oh, he's 21. He's been going to the matches in hometown. His grandfather since he was a little boy, and he said he wants to return the favor. So he splurged on this trip, drained his savings, and a U.S.-based online crypto casino called MetaWin, which contacted a devoted grandson, paid him back the $13,000 that he splurged on taking care of his granddad to make
That's
it those
cool.
memories.
This,
Incredible.
this is my favorite type of advertising because that is it goes viral, first of all, because it's like, hey, look what just happened. This is not normal for a company to give somebody $13,000 who probably is never going to give them $13,000 worth of business.
Right. At all.
But they could have bought a Super Bowl ad, right? Buy our crypto and something like that. Instead, they get the goodwill of all the public by saying, look, this is a good company. They're doing what's right. Maybe they probably get more traction from that than a traditional ad spend.
Mm-hmm. And I forget there was a caveat with it. It's something to do with the among the Vowel Reader. It's basically when England, if they beat Panama by 2 or more goals, they promised at least 10K and all this. And so it came to fruition. And so the young lads quoted of when I looked at my bank account and it was there, I was just in shock. So they came through with their promise. So they kind of made a little bet. The young guy had nothing to lose. They just said, if this happens, we'll do it. And they did it. So
yeah,
I think it's so cool. I would like to see more companies, like you said, people follow suit with things like that. They know they're getting zero return on that investment, but what good marketing. I mean, look at it. The Not Relevant podcast is taking this story on and broadcasting it to all of its people.
I mean, where so you reach the pinnacle of public awareness when you made the show here. But no, I have to. I agree. It's awesome. I love it. I have to back up a little bit. You mentioned the Freddy's thing, and it just triggered in me. Did you know that that's a coordinated campaign?
Freddie is?
Like Freddie's part of it?
He's getting paid by all these people to give these awesome reviews? Or
no, well, yes, he's getting paid, but not directly like that. There's huge news in the TV world, in the entertainment world, that typically broadcast television. They paid a lot of money to figure out why they're getting fewer and fewer viewers.
Okay.
And the results came back and said people prefer to watch personalities on YouTube or on social media.
Yep.
And so that is why you have World Cup. Everyone, YouTube glommed onto that, and they sent me messages. Anyone interested in going to the World Cup here around the games? We're looking for people who are interested in exploring the community. You can tell us the way of life around the area and just explore and make videos. It's AP is doing that. The big news media is asking content creators to come and be a part of what they're doing, because big broadcast companies are losing relevance to this new media that's happening, and they're terrified.
And with their new media, like you, that's gaining so much traction, then i.e. YouTube can sell that many more ads because of the traction it's getting.
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense. So Freddie's not getting paid by Buc-ee's to
no. It's not like
that would have broke my heart.
George Soros out there that's secretly funding all this without getting political. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gone there, but no, it's not like that. But there is in the business world, there's a big push to sort of bring this authentic, sort of less scripted, more personality driven advertising to business and broadcast. And they're doing it by asking content creators to come be part of them, or sort of broadening out, instead of just the traditional, I'm a broadcast journalist, I have my membership card to the Society of Professional Journalism. Instead of just being the traditional media, and sticking to that. They say we have to do something different because we're losing eyeballs. The numbers are just dropping. So
that makes perfectly good sense to me, because anymore, any knowledge and information and updates I have of current events have come from YouTube personalities, because I'm scrolling on YouTube, checking it out, seeing what's going on, and if obviously there's a live tag tied to it, I'm going to click and see what's going on. Now, I don't take everything as a matter of fact, because a lot of personalities will embellish and make something a little bit bigger than it is. But the vast majority of the time, the covering and coverage of those current events, there's no agenda or political driving behind it. So it's kind of refreshing just to watch it. They're just showing what is happening and what it's about, right? That's kind of it, depending on who you watch.
Not only that, but when you do have a content creator that does honest collaboration with the business, where their ad, where they say, yeah, we have a sponsor. Let me tell you why I chose this one, why I accepted this one, and not anything else. Right. And they can work it in their own way without just reading the script that was prepared by the PR department. The advertising, the buy rate, the effectiveness of that ad, the percentages are so much higher than just, we'll hire the next big YouTuber to read this script for us. Buy now, you will enjoy this product. I did. That's right. When they can say, hey, somebody I know, somebody I trust or at least value the opinion of, talked to me about this and said, look, I wouldn't tell you this unless I meant it. And I believed him. You're going to buy more than if you had somebody say, hey, the latest sponsor that's giving me money today is this company, so you should give them money. But anyway, fun times. I believe it. give them money. Anyway, good karma for the grandson. That's awesome. Getting the money back. I guess we can go from good karma to bad karma, and this takes us to West Virginia, which is almost heaven, right? As John Denver says, it's almost heaven, West Virginia. I guess this one town, had it not been part of West Virginia, maybe it would be heaven. I think this sounds, something is going on in this town, and I wish I knew. I told Thomas when I sent this story over, I said road trip, or you said road trip, right?
No, you did. And then so I started inquiring, well, how far is it again?
It's like 6 or 8 miles for me. We have watched town meetings before. Like up in Canton, we watched some of the town meetings up there. We've seen some in California that have gone just crazy. But in a little podunk town in West Virginia, something is up between the town council and the police department. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it is, but and I don't think this story has really got to the bottom of it. It just sort of scratched the surface and left me with more questions than answers. But the headline on this is that the entire police department in this town was fired after the sergeant reported that their evidence room had been broken into.
Mm-hmm. Weird.
Barrackville, West Virginia. The sergeant and their department's remaining officer, singular officer, were both placed on inactive status after they reported this break-in. And you're like, okay, so why would that be a problem? Well, apparently a member of the town council has been wanting to audit the police, specifically the evidence room. Mm-hmm. I don't know, weighing the weed, seeing if it's all still there. I don't know what they're looking for, but a member of the town council managed to in some way get a hold of the keys to the evidence room, and then the evidence room was ransacked or gone through, and the police reported it, and then they fired everybody. There's a bigger story here somewhere.
Something big. People resigning, police quitting. I mean, the former police chief resigned due to disputes with the council about overreach prior to this even happening. Everyone was jumping ship saying this is a disaster, we're out of here. And then their evidence room gets ransacked, and then the two guys get placed on leave. The only ones willing to stay and serve the community are now punished.
Barrackville Police Department on Facebook. This is their post. Effective immediately. This was 2 days ago. Effective immediately, the entire Barrackville Police Department has been relieved of duty by the mayor and the city council. We are sincerely grateful for the support, trust, and encouragement shown to us by the Barrackville community throughout our service. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve and protect this town. We thank the citizens of Barrackville for allowing us the opportunity to serve, and we wish the community continued safety and good luck in the very best in the future. The number one comment on this is, who's going to look over the 5 residents in Barrackville now? So clearly, yes, it's a small town. It's a small town problem. This is not, like the capital city of West Virginia suddenly losing its police force. But I'm thinking maybe the state does need to get involved and maybe take a peek, or maybe the sheriff needs to step up and do a little digging on that, because the police chief, before he was relieved of duty, he alleged that it's possible that the break-in was performed by a government employee, which I think was gently pointing the middle finger at the town council, saying, "We know it was you." Anyway,
crazy
overreach, micromanagement. The allegations go back and forth.
Indeed.
And, we might have to go up there. The town immediately canceled their next meeting, stating that the reason for the cancellation was that we haven't had time to fully investigate the planned agenda topics. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Dr. Bullbutter says it's not funny, it's dangerous. It can be, absolutely, but when it comes to situations like this in small towns, what you have happen is the county sheriff's department, as well as state agencies, they see this and know what's happening and what's ongoing. They've already been involved to this point, I'm willing to bet. But now that officers are gone, what they'll do is they'll increase their patrol and their assets in that town. So that way it's still covered in case of emergency and everything. They're still going to have emergency personnel there, whether it be state or county. It happens in Texas from time to time with so many of the small towns here. They start adding coverage and doing things like that to make sure residents are safe and they're cared for. But
so I'm not sure if that was the right thing for the police to do. It seems like an overreaction to fire a whole police force. maybe a short-sighted decision on that one.
Could be. What do they call it? Knee-jerk reaction?
Yeah.
Something like that from time to time. It's where we covered a story like this before. And I forget where it was, where an entire department was gone. See you later.
Quit.
Yeah. They all took off. Said, see you later.
Usually it's when they fire like a chief that all the police officers liked, and they're like, and he's fired for one of under a cloud of suspicion, and the police force all backs him up. So if he goes, I go, type thing.
Right.
That's I think the more familiar scenario.
True.
But I guess I'm sure there's other jobs available for them. I mean, they can get work in other towns.
I bet half of them are already working at the town over. they got picked up.
We talked about a couple good karma and a bad karma story, but we have a question for you, for all of you, and this: how do you feel about when someone does something good, right?
Yes.
Like returns the shopping cart.
Mm-hmm.
All the way back, not just to the like the rack out in the parking lot, but returns it back into the store. How do you feel about
extra credit?
Yeah, about those people getting a reward?
Yeah, so you're basically saying if you're being a decent person of society, and more importantly, you're being an adult things, and then you get rewarded for doing adult things.
Yeah. For doing what you should. How do you feel about the example in this story was after a bar closes in the evening, all the patrons go home, and there's a bunch of cars left over at the bar from the people who were too inebriated to drive, and presumably either got a ride, walked home, or took an Uber. And someone's going around putting gift cards, like little $5 thank you gift cards, under the windshield wipers of the cars that elected not to drive drunk that evening. which was the right
So
adult
here's a
decision
gift card.
everyone should make.
Here's a gift card for being responsible. Got it. So that's like I should give my people are not going to appreciate this, I'm sure, and it depends on your own personal experiences in life. I do respect that, but to me, that's the equivalent of me giving my daughter a gift card every time when she makes her bed for the day or puts her trash away. I give her a gift card. You're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I'm bigger.
Good job. Thanks for doing what we trained you to do.
Yeah.
Do you give your dog a treat every time it doesn't bark?
Yeah, no. I'm bigger on punishment for those that do what they're not supposed to do versus rewarding for what you're supposed to do. And we're not talking rewarding random acts of kindness and giving, appreciation to that. We're talking just being an adult. You can't. I'm not big on rewards for that. I'm bigger on some sort of punishment or repercussion for adults not being adults. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. I don't think the problem is we're celebrating mediocrity, right? I am a big fan of when someone goes out of their way, and somebody did for my son. My son was driving between like Boise and Meridian or something, I don't know, and the transmission went out on his car. He's on the side of the road with his wife and a new baby, and some guy who didn't need to stopped, and not only stopped and helped them and got them to a shop. He's like, here's a place that can see you right now. Let me get you there. Then stayed with them. He's like, hey, if you need to make any phone calls, the whole time until my son's, the family on the other side that lived close by were able to show up and pick him up. He just stayed and waited because they were all distraught, and just that was above and beyond. He was on the way to his son's baseball game with his son. So the son missed the baseball game. He stops to help my kid who, the car broke on. And I'm like, okay, that's above and beyond.
Yeah.
That's something where I can say, this isn't like, yay, you did what you're supposed to do. I'm all about celebrating people that go above and beyond.
So there was a sacrifice there.
Yeah.
And now that gift cards, celebrations, let's do a parade. I'm all for it. When someone sacrifices a little bit of their own to help someone else, awesome. That's above and beyond just being a good adult in society, in my opinion. When you're doing something a little bit extra, sacrificing to help someone else, I love that. I do want to highlight this comment real quick because you talked about, do you give your dog a treat, if they don't bark? And I think I believe we have a typo because it says my cats do get treats when I go potty. So I think it meant to say when the cats go potty.
I'm afraid to ask. I'm afraid to ask.
Yes. But no, and someone else in chat said rewarding good behavior encourages good behavior. I do agree with that to a certainty. But a lot of these people have already chosen good behavior. And so they're coming back to this reward. The people that are choosing poor behavior have no idea about these gift cards being left on, which is they're not doing it. It's a little bit different. Now the sentiment behind it, the group of people that are doing this, I'm not saying they shouldn't and they should stop, and that's silly. Good on them. They're doing good things. They can do
what they want with their money. It's
100%. That's awesome. But when we talk the broad scope of things, I'm not gonna run around the parking lot and high five every person that puts their shopping cart back and tell them how amazing they are.
No, we're gonna put a cart narcs sticker on the people who don't.
100%. That's the way it goes.
I'm a fan of that. I do. I get nervous watching his videos though. And we're talking about cart narcs, the guy that goes around and confronts people who are inconsiderate and just leave their cart just out there. We're not talking about return to the store, just out there, just like next to the car. I can pull out without hitting it. I'm just leaving it right there.
It's aggressive.
Yeah. He puts the cart in the way of them. He puts stickers, throws them on their car and stuff, and chases them around a little bit.
Yes.
I get nervous because, one day there's somebody who's just going to.
A Looney Tunes.
Just snap.
Yes. And I'm not big on the thing too. He'll put the sticker or the magnet or whatnot on the person's car. Don't touch people's things. You can disagree with their behavior all you want, and you are correct. They should be put in the carts back, but don't touch people's stuff and things. That's when you can get yourself in trouble when you're trying to prove a point. But shout out Matthew Harris Law, PLC.
Hey.
That's his favorite YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He's talked about them forever.
Probably because he's going to have to represent him in court one of these days. But it all goes sideways.
Indeed.
That's fun. I love Matthew. He's amazing.
Couple updates, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were talking current events earlier. Those of you that know and don't live under a rock, you probably already know these, but we're going to touch on them anyways. Especially Joey Chestnut.
Oh yeah, Joey,
the hot dog champion, the hot dog eating champion of the world, defending his title. We talked about it 2 weeks ago.
Can I change that a little bit? Instead of the hot dog eating, can we just change it to the hot dog swallowing champion? Because when I think of eat, I think you get a chance to chew and taste and enjoy. Okay, there's that whole. He doesn't get that.
No.
I think he's just learned how to open his throat down to his stomach and shove things down, which I can't call eating, even if you do digest it at some point later on.
I guess you're right. We 2 weeks ago or more, we covered the lead up to this, that a judge, because of a little legal situation Joey got into, being on parole, granted him to travel out of state to defend his title. And so a lot of people praised the judge. So Joey could get after it and do it. And what did he do? He made the judge proud.
Yeah.
66
Judge, I won't disappoint you, man. I'm not going to let you down, Judge. This time you can count on me. I'm going to win this one.
Yes. And he did it on the United States 250th birthday by watching Joey Jaws Chestnut defend his world hot dog eating championship in Coney Island. He downed 66 hot dogs in 10 minutes. I couldn't eat 10 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
I think I did the math on this. I think it's a hot dog every 3 seconds. It's nuts. It's crazy. Or maybe it's every 13 seconds. I forget. It's a lot of hot dogs per minute, and it's just one after another.
And it's awful. Do you know what the closest competitor was to him?
No.
50. You beat him by 16 hot. He could have looked at the timer and the clock and been like, okay, I don't need these additional 16 hot dogs right now. I can just get away with one.
Is there a reward for second place?
Oh, can you imagine?
Other than the bellyache, what do you get for second place?
Hopefully something.
It's not like poker, right? Where they split, the top 100 people earn cash. There's like the win, either you won or you didn't.
Yeah. And now you're in pain.
Hot dogs, maybe. That's what you get.
Oh.
Tell you what, you don't have to pay for what you just ate. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. What, do you want a trophy? Here.
Sponsored by Tums or something. That's what I'd like to have. But there's a little bit of math in there too that you were trying to work out. So he fell short from his 2021 record, where he ate 76 dogs and buns, which is approximately 7.6 hot dogs per minute. That's what he did at that point in time.
7.6. So one every 10 seconds, or one and a tenth every 10 seconds.
That's insane. That's busy.
That's I'm going to renew my objection. That is not eating. That is this. I mean, I don't think sword swallowers are eating the sword.
Oh, true.
They're just swallowing them.
It's so I know he's sponsored by Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs. Does this do anything for them? Do people watch this event and then, man, I really want to go out and get a Nathan's hot dog. It looks so tasty right now.
The way he crams that into his mouth and dips it in the water to soften it and then shoves it in with the heel of his hand, I think, yum. I could use one of those with a bit of relish. It's got to be brand recognition is all they're going for, because no other regular consumer of Nathan's hot dogs eats them the way that Joey Chestnut does, right? It's
wild.
unruly, Julia. No.
I said this to RA via text the other day when we were talking about Joey Chestnut. I said, new podcast trial, and he did not respond to that text message after
I immediately put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And then he sent me like the cricket.
I did.
Nope, it's too soon.
The cricket emoji. We're already hurting from the cheese. We're beyond the caviar now.
I have an update on the cheese. I could not bring myself to throw away the Wisconsin aged 5 years cheddar.
Why not?
The bourbon Gouda was gone.
Okay.
I don't feel bad at all. Just chuck it in the garbage. But I'm like, maybe I haven't given this cheddar a fair shake. And so I've got the Asiago and the cheddar. Today I made an omelet with Asiago cheese, and it was heavenly.
Okay.
It was amazing.
There we go.
Asiago cheese has a low melting point. So it was delicious, even though you can't really slice it with a cheese cutter like I have. You have to sort of cut it, or grate it. It was amazing. It was wonderful. And then I started to actually like that Wisconsin cheddar, the 5 year one. I just eat little bits and don't drink a lot of milk with it, and that saves the unfortunate symptoms we had from the taste testing before.
That was rough. That evening and the next day. I don't understand how this show has turned into what it has done with the food tasting, because then you and I late that night, and then the next morning we're doing like welfare checks on each other of, hey,
we were both bad.
How's the tummy? Yeah. We're like,
you sent me a text. It was like 12:30 in the afternoon. And you're like, how are you doing? I'm like, I hadn't got out of bed yet. I'm like, I'm not well. I'm not well. It's not good. Don't ask. We have had some spicy stuff. I tried the Buc-ee's habanero. Was it habanero or ghost pepper jerky?
The ghost pepper jerky. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably still have half a bag of it because that's another year's supply.
The spicy challenge is tough for me because I absolutely love spicy food. So unfortunately, for me to really test something that's gonna get a reaction, it's got to be like the dangerously spicy, like the one chip challenge. No. That chip doesn't taste good. It's just extremely hot. So for me, the interest level on that is minimal.
I draw the line where there's a high likelihood that I'm going to collapse a lung as a response to how hot it is. Yeah. That's at that point, it's not fun at all. But I do like a good salsa. I mean, if you a salsa bar,
awesome.
The hottest. I want to try it all. I want to try the pico de gallo. Is it? I've always said gallo, but is it gallo?
Yeah, nailed it.
Pico de gallo. All the way up to the house warning. So please sign waiver before trying. I'll try all of it.
Yeah,
but with chips in moderation, and obviously having something else to dilute it.
And when you do that, you're not even getting any views. That's just pure passion for food.
I have not found a Mexican restaurant that has a good salsa bar like that. The last one we had was it's actually up in late. They just had like $1 million fire. As a matter of fact, the place burned down.
Oh no!
Yeah, like probably from the salsa.
It was too hot.
It was too hot. But I saw the news story the other day that the police are asking for tips, and who they think it was arson.
Oh no, I hate that because it's probably a local owned joint, right?
It was small. I don't know what it is about Mexican restaurants, but they don't spend any money on lighting on the inside. It's dim. You have to let your eyes adjust. It's like you go in, it's like, hang on, I'll just wait here in the door here until I can tell if there's anything in front of me. Nope, it's clear so I can walk. But it had the best food. It was absolutely phenomenal. The service was great. It was fast. It was a good environment. The music was, it was happening. I miss it. Now it's a fire alarm. Fire salsa. It's probably too soon, but you were spot on. There's Dogma.
Stacy asked if we're going to do another featured food. I don't know what.
I don't know. I'm thinking something a little less risky. Have you tried the Philly cheesesteak Pringles?
Yes.
Okay, was that a win or a lose? I don't remember.
I remember that it did not taste like a Philly cheesesteak, but it was a good tasting chip.
Okay.
if that makes sense.
I'll pass then.
Yeah. Um, they had my favorite Pringles is the hot honey.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great tasting Pringle. I've done all the Pringles that are offered in my town. I think you had a different flavor too. Um,
It was the gray. It was the gray can, the ghost pepper one, which was not hot.
and
So
we
it
had to
had
order.
ketchup. Yes,
Yeah, it
yes.
was not hot at all. I was
They
so
came.
disappointed.
They came from Amazon or eBay, just completely crushed. Like somebody shook these things until there was no whole chips left in the packages. But they were good. They're good
They were
chips. They
good.
just aren't ghost pepper. They're maybe chili level heat.
Yeah, and chili's not hot.
No.
Well, depending on the chili you eat. So we've done a lot of chips. We've done the caviar. I did the pickle pizza. We've done the cheese. We did the jelly beans. That we know that.
We're not doing the jelly beans again. That's
doing
in
jelly
the
beans.
caviar category for me. We're not going back there. Melissa, I'm sorry. We're not doing jelly beans again.
We'll have to think on something. I tell you what, for those that are curious and they're watching now, and if you follow the RA Facebook page, someone start a post on the RA Facebook page and then comment in there what you would like to see food wise. And then RA and I will watch it throughout the weekend and early in the week. And if it doesn't look like it's going to be detrimental to our health yet again, we'll give it a shot.
Here's what I can tell you. I for as broadly experienced as I am in the world of business and varying jobs and knowledge about different careers, I am inversely proportionately experienced in food. I grew up. I think I can count on one hand the number of times we went out to eat. I know we went to Skipper's one time. I think I was probably 12 before we went out to eat for the first restaurant. And one time we went to like a buffet, all you can eat. But I grew up having the same foods over and over.
Okay.
And it was potatoes because they were cheap. So I haven't tried it. I mean, I remember one time as a kid, we got crab's legs and then I haven't tried them since. So I prefer you don't just nominate a food that's like, oh, this would be funny to watch him try to choke this down, or the stinky cheese or the stinky fish in a can from some other country that, shouldn't be imported.
Right.
I'd rather not do that one, but there's a lot of things I've never tried before that you can suggest that I'd be up for. So.
I'm not opposed to Galley Mace about salsas.
Ooh.
Because we could do simple name brand salsas from a few of the different grocery stores in our own respective areas. Mm-hmm. We could even get a couple salsas from restaurants in our own areas to go and just have them. Yeah. I'm kind of big on trying certain things that others might be exposed to and able to obtain themselves. Because if I say, this is from Joaquin's around the corner, he makes it fresh every morning and it's amazing. Well, no,
there's one of him.
Yeah, no one could go get it. So might do some. I'm not opposed to doing some store-bought salsas.
Sweet. I know we could probably do a chip comparison. There with restaurant style chips versus the thicker
Cantina,
yeah, the hint of lime. We've got a lot of varying ones, and then of course we will need the salsa to go along with that.
What is
Walmart
this?
sells bacon brittle.
What is bacon brittle? Because that sounds like something I'm very interested in.
You had me at bacon, but now it sounds like it's like a candy, like a caramel candy.
Because we think of peanut brittle right away, yeah. Right? So
is it peanut brittle with bacon?
I'm waiting for come on, wink and smile. I want to see this. What is this?
Hey, I've got to click on this from Twelve here really quickly. Here's a confession. This is just to give you an idea of how inexperienced with food I am.
Okay.
The first time I ever tried guacamole, I lived in North Carolina. And I've only been here once. So it was within the last 7 years. So that's just an indicator.
A quick search. It looks like it's peanut brittle with bacon in it. That's what, ready in an hour and 10 minutes, 8 ingredients. I pulled up a recipe so you can make your own.
Oh, I thought Walmart doesn't just sell it.
Well, I clicked on a recipe so I could kind of get the gist of what I'm looking at. I didn't click the Walmart link. Oh, here it is. Brittle Brothers Bacon Peanut Brittle, 5-ounce bag for $9.99 at Walmart. I like peanut brittle, although it's hard to chew on.
It's hard on your teeth.
Yeah, it's an exercise.
As a younger man, I would have signed up in a heartbeat and said, "Yeah, let's do that." Nowadays, I'm thinking, I'm not sure if my dental plan will cover this.
Ouch. If my local Walmart has it, I will try it. Shipping. Oh, can't pick up, ships, arrives, and I can get it shipped in 2 days. I get it by Saturday.
I'm going to check my Walmart.
That's phenomenal. Thank you for that recommendation.
I can tell you it would be a wonderful experience for Red Pen as we crunch away on that.
Speaking of mom,
yes, Red does not appreciate the finer sounds of eating when other people are doing it.
Turns the mic off so fast.
I don't want to lose her as a mod, so we have to be very, very careful in that area. But we take turns.
Would be obnoxious.
Yes, it's right up there with corn nuts with your mouth open.
Gosh.
It's okay. You said bacon.
Bacon Brittle. Brittle Brothers is the maker. Made in Nashville.
Bacon Bits. Brittle Brothers Bacon Brittle 5-ounce.
There it is.
You know, it must be good when they sell it in drug quantities. 99 shipping arrives July 11th.
They have no way.
What's that?
So Brittle Brothers, they make a cashew brittle, a hot and spicy peanut brittle, a pecan brittle, and then your standard. They have Nashville hot peanut brittle. Oh my gosh. I've got to order all the flavors of the brittle. 10, 20, 30, 40, another $50 tab again for this podcast.
Are getting expensive. I was just going to order one. I think I could probably get my family to try this.
Nashville I'm going to order
bourbon. I'm done with the bourbon right now. I don't like the bourbon flavor in anything other than the pickles.
Oh, mine doesn't advertise a whiskey bourbon brittle. Does it give me that option?
It's the sponsored link. Brittle Brothers Bacon. It's like 3 down. Brittle Brothers Bacon Peanut Brittle 8-ounce box. Nashville Whiskey Bourbon Peanut Brittle.
Oh, I see that one. Okay.
And then it also has candy snack, Mother's Day, Father's, Christmas, Valentine's Day, graduation, corporate. They've done all the meta tags to try to get every search.
My Visa card is going, no more podcast purchases. Okay. I tell you what, this is what I would like to do.
Okay.
I'm going to order the bacon peanut brittle and the Nashville hot and spicy peanut brittle.
I'm going to
try those two on the show next week. Okay. Yeah, it's Stacy. Ding, ding, ding. I think we have our next Thursday's agenda. We're doing the brittles.
Yeah. And we're going to chew it for Red Pen to grade on the crunch. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. Red's already going to be sick that day. She's planning this.
She's out. Thank you, chat, so much. You always have the best recommendations that give us ideas where we can do things, and you're so good at spending our money. We can't thank you enough.
Welcome. I have to have a long conversation with my accountant to explain why this is also a business expense. You just have to explain it to your wife.
When we get food in the mail, now she knows exactly what it's for, and I just get the little eye roll, and then she laughs.
Like podcast, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. What's this week?
That's awesome. I'm excited. I do. Full confession. I like to wander the stores. I mean, I enjoy shopping.
Same.
Not by myself. I don't like walking around by myself. But with my daughter will come with me, and she's like, "Dad, we don't need that." I'm like, "But the podcast."
Exactly.
And it's also fun with Mrs. RA, just going around and just finding that weird item. It's like, I don't know who thought of this, or if it's going to sell, or if anyone else is even going to try this. I might be the only person buying this, but I'm going to try that one.
Yeah.
I like finding that. So
I agree. I don't think I've ever walked down the snack aisle in Walmart prior to the podcast. And now twice a week, I have to take a stroll to see what new might be on that shelf.
now the stalker on that shelf knows you by first name.
Yeah. Hey, you need something for Thursday night? I got it right down here.
I got something for you. It's awesome. Thomas, thank you very much. This has been a blast. Thanks for pulling all the weight on this one as we worked right up to the start time. So
we made it. We did it. Thank you so much. And again, congrats on 73,000 subs on your channel. That is fantastic. Congratulations.
One more day and it's the weekend. Hope you have a great one. I hope you do well in the golf lessons. I hope your student does well in the golf lessons.
There we go. Yeah.
That's the thing, because then you're going to be happy. All right.
Indeed. Thank you, everybody.
All right. We'll see you guys. Have a good one. Bye.